Hey, it's Nathaniel J., and you're here with me on another great interview that I have for you. Now, you might not know this individual, but he works for one of the famed brands that we love in sports, for those of us who are sports fans. If you were a part of the whole championship ride from the Warriors to the Cleveland, he works at NBA. So it makes it a little bit more apparent. His name is George Wilson. George, tell us about yourself.
Thanks, Nathaniel. George Wilson, like you said, I work for the NBA, more specifically the NBA Development League. I've been a part of the organization since 2008. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and lived in New York City for the past 9 years.
Okay. So you're a Cavs fan. We know about that. Let's put a pin in that real quick. Let us know about George. Let's put a pin in that real quick, but let's know about George. Like, who is George? You know, what does George stand for? And yeah, who is George?
Who is George? George is someone who really loves sports and more specifically sports business. I've always had an interest in business. I was a business major in undergrad, went to business school a few years after that, but it's really been the sports business side that's always piqued my interest. A lot of people I've looked up to or aspired to be like really hone their craft on that side of the business, and people who run leagues and organizations. So kind of mirroring their paths, this has really been a place where I've grown and I enjoy spending my time.
Now, for a brand like NBA, a lot of people would say that's the brand that you generally go to work for when you grow up. So you've grown up and you work at NBA. How is it?
It's great. The NBA as a organization is really unique just because it's it's a global property. It's probably only second to soccer as far as global appeal, and being at the league level, you really feel that global reach, and it's about more. It's bigger than just what's happening on the court. I mean, there's the business piece and generating the marketing and growth and revenue of the overall league. There are people from top consulting firms and top banks, and looking at the ownership structure. It really ties in every other industry that there is, and starting at the base level in that space, I really have a deeper appreciation for just why these sports are so popular and why it's such a large machine that keeps the business going.
Okay. Now, when did you first get introduced to the brand? Was it during undergrad or was it during grad school?
Yeah, I started out as an undergraduate intern at the NBA before my senior year of college. So before my junior year of college, I did an internship for a CPG company, and it was great, but it really wasn't a product that I had a passion for, and I appreciated how they marketed the product and tried to create, a type of affinity for it through their marketing campaigns, but I personally didn't have a natural attachment to what we were supposed to be marketing. So my internship at the NBA, the summer before my senior year, was really eye-opening because it was easy. It didn't feel like work. It was something I was naturally passionate about, and seeing the kind of why behind how the game is played and why the game is played, and knowing that this was a place where I could, my basketball career ended when I was in high school. So seeing this is a place where I could still add value and really grow was appealing to me, and that's why I came back after. I was fortunate enough to come back after that internship, and I've pretty much been there ever since, minus a short break for business school.